Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, thinkers. Welcome back to Thinking Game Trivia with me, Quizmaster Jack, as I run the marathon of 48 weeks of Buzzword. We're at the 41st week, which is exciting. We're getting close to the end here. If you're joining us for the first time, here's what you can expect. 20 questions total. The first 10 are all about pop culture. The second 10 are all about sports. What's each question about, you say? Well, it's going to be a series of clues that go from more obscure to more well-known. And I'm going to buzz in, like the game says, and give them the answer as soon as I can for points. Already getting prompted on the first question here. You may give a full title or a common shortened version. Let's see what they're talking about.
This film's hero wonders aloud if a dead relative can bring Funyuns and cigarettes back to the afterlife. A passenger live streams a fight in this film that erupts after men try to steal the hero's emerald pendant on a bus. Tony Leung plays Wen Wu in for 10.
Shang-Chi. The long version of that being Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. But yeah, big old bus fight. Probably the best action sequence in that Marvel movie. Starring Simu Liu. You got that guy who's got like the blade for the hand. That was a pretty good movie. Oh, the scaffolding stuff is pretty good too. Surprise, surprise, the action scenes in the Marvel Cinematic Universe martial arts movie are pretty good.
A duplicate of this character, named Lars, appears in a 2007 film about a tattoo that allows time travel. This character's dog, Seymour, spent years...
Oh, Fry. That's Philip J. Fry. Yeah, they'll just take Fry. Seymour, from the saddest episode of Futurama, Jurassic Park. If it takes forever, I will wait for you. Poor Seymour, after Philip got cryogenically frozen, Seymour waited for him outside of the pizza place and eventually got fossilized. And then Fry chose not to reconstitute him, even though thinking that Seymour had moved on, but Seymour didn't move on. Seymour was just sad. I don't know what the tattoo time travel thing is. That must be from the later episodes. But yeah, Philip J. Fry of Futurama fame.
The brand Tastycakes, which was founded in this city, produces butterscotch crumpet sponge cakes. This U.S. city gives its name to an early street food, a tripe stew called pepper pot soup, a brand of cream cheese marketed by...
Philadelphia pepper pot soup? Made with tripe? All right. Hats off to whoever got best buzz in that one, because you really know your Tastycakes.
This song's music video begins with an astronaut on Mars uncovering a cute stone slate depicting its singer, who later notes, "To lose all my senses is just so typically me." The line...
It is. Oops, I did it again. Because I knew it was Britney Spears, because the whole music video is that she's like the queen of Mars. But I waited on it because I confused Oops, I Did It Again with Hit Me Baby One More Time. But Hit Me Baby One More Time is the one in the school. Oops, I Did It Again is on Mars. That's my book report on the two Britney Spears videos.
This character's military academy friend, Bill Gray, assists him once he reaches the planet Katina. This character's father, James, was betrayed on a scouting mission to Venom by
That's Fox McCloud. They'll give me that. I don't know why I put an extra X in there. But yeah. Pigma was the person that betrayed James McCloud, Fox McCloud's dad, to work for Andros. More Nintendo stuff, but I got it this time. Again, that should be a solid buzz. Celerity, so probably like a 16 on that one. A solid buzz on video games.
This character claimed that capitalism was God's way of determining who...
That's Ron Swanson. Put a 20 on the board. Easy Ron Swanson clues. Capitalism is God's way of finding out who is smart and who is poor, I believe is that quote off of Ron Swanson's Pyramid of Greatness, which includes other tidbits like fish only for sport, not for meat. Crying is only acceptable at funerals and the Grand Canyon. Some best buzz potential there, because I got in on that right quick. But we'll see.
This woman played a photographer in the frame narrative of the 2004 pseudoscientific film What the Bleep Do We Know?
Yeah.
For playing janitor Sarah Norman, she became the youngest Best Actress winner. Children of a Lesser God includes dialogue in sign language by, for 10 points.
Marlee Matlin. Sign language and Oscar winner. Narrows it down to Marlee Matlin. I guess it doesn't completely. Female and sign language and Oscar winner narrows it down to Marlee Matlin. Because the guy from Coda, whose name I don't remember, he won Best Supporting Actor. And he is also deaf, if not severely hard of hearing.
This singer says she thought a new dress would make it better on a song co-produced by Raphael Saadiq. On a 2016 song, this artist sings, "Sometimes I don't want to feel those metal clouds." Cranes in the Sky appears on A Seat at the Table, an album by, for 10 points.
No clue.
What singer? The sister of Beyonce.
Oh, okay. That's Solange. Giveaways are giveaways, and you take giveaways. Now, a multiple word title.
A character in this comic strip was killed off to protest Franklin Roosevelt's 1944...
Little Orphan Annie. The writer of Little Orphan Annie killed off Daddy Warbucks because they didn't like the New Deal. Yeah, so that's where that guy was at in terms of critiquing the policies of FDR. Editor Jack will say what that guy's name is. The author. I don't remember. All right, last question in pop culture.
This musical character declares, "But the work waits, I'm alive at last, and I'm full of joy," at the end of his song Epiphany. In a 2023 Broadway revival, Josh Groban plays this character.
Oh, it's Sweeney Todd. Josh Groban is playing Sweeney Todd on Broadway right now. And I think when they give me Fox McCloud, I will have a very, very, very good score this week. Went 10 out of 10, a 20, a 19. I think I'll probably get 16 points in the 16-point range for the Fox McCloud buzz. And that is going to be a nice, tidy score in the 140s, which I will take. That could be an all-timer for Buzzword. While I'm riding high on this, let's ride that high over to sports. Sports time. Here we go.
When the Bulls acquired this future Hall of Famer in 1985, Michael Jordan said that the trade made him unhappy.
I mean, that could be literally anybody.
Virginia teammate Dr. J taught him his finger roll shot, was a 4-time scoring champion between 1978 and 1982. For 10 points, what Spurs guard was nicknamed Iceman?
I have no idea. Would have been... Who's Iceman? I'll just name a famous Spur and hope. George Gervin. Immediate humbling on the sports question.
In 2015, this club's players Adam Smith and Tom Hopper made a racist sex tape in Thailand, prompting the replacement of manager Nigel Pearson with Claudio Ranieri. Riyad Mahrez and Jamie Vardy led the shocking 2015-2016 title run by, for 10 points, what Premier League club known as the Foxes?
Was that Everton? Leicester City. Yeah. Yeah, that question is easier, closer to when they won the Premiership title. Oh, sports is going great, everybody.
This man was the presenter for a record 9 inductees to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, including George Blanda. A 2021 30 for 30 documentary used deepfakes to depict this man's feud with Pete Rozelle. Just win, baby, was the motto of.
Oh, okay. It's Al Davis. Yeah, that makes sense. So he would be the person to introduce a lot of people, since he influenced a lot of players on the Raiders when they were winning Super Bowls.
A traditional sport from this country begins with a hand-holding peshrev ritual. Men wear kispit, or leather pants, in a sport from this country contested at the Kirkpanar tournament in its city of Edirne, once known as Adrianople. For 10 points, what country's ancient sports include oil wrestling?
Now it is. I was not expecting them to have the old spelling of turkey there. But yeah, I could get that one. I actually used some video game knowledge to get, because there's, I think, the only Turkish character in Street Fighter is a guy named Hassan, and he's an oil wrestler. So he oils himself up and then goes in, and the oil becomes a thing where he's like bear hugs them, and they slip out and they go really high. His enemy goes really high in the air, and then he falls. No, he catches him and then like wraps him around his body and then does something. Hassan's a cool guy. He's a cool dad. Hassan is. Loves oil wrestling and is Turkish.
This man appeared in a record 25 MLB All-Star games.
Yeah,
he has the most hits of any player not to reach 4,000, and holds MLB records for extra base hits and RBI. David Aardsma became MLB.
Okay. Yeah, it's Hank Aaron. Because Hank Aaron was, for a long time, the alphabetically by last name first MLB player to be listed. But then David Aardsma came in and knocked him off the top. All those other clues are things you probably should know about Hank Aaron, but I just wasn't sure. Editor Jack, I want to let me know how many hits Hank Aaron actually ended up with, but didn't get to 4,000. You can let me know up there. Oh, interesting. Thanks, Editor Jack.
At the 2006 Winter Olympics, this athlete provoked a minor media firestorm by wearing a CCCP shirt during practice. This author of the autobiography Welcome to My World appears on NBC's Olympics coverage with Tara Lipinski. For 10 points, what gay U.S. figure skater is known for his flashy outfits?
Yeah, what's his name? Is it Sullivan? Johnny Weir. Yep. It is not an Winter Olympics year, so not at the 4 section of my brain to get that right.
This is the surname of an NFL player drafted 2nd overall out of BYU, an Ohio State receiver who was 2022's offensive...
It's just Harrison. Wilson? Oh. Okay. I thought they were going to be talking about Marvin Harrison Jr., who is a current Ohio State wide receiver who is also one of the best players in college football right now. That apparently was not who they were thinking of. These sports, not going great.
In this man's final season, both he and Dwayne Wade were named as special additions to the All-Star Game. He is the only man to play 21 seasons with the same NBA team and was the first foreign-born player to surpass 30,000 career points.
Oh, yeah.
For 10 points, name this Dallas Mavericks star
yeah.
from Germany.
Dirk Nowitzki. Nowitzki. Yeah, like foreign-born MVP. Like that's the big Dirk Nowitzki thing, but I just couldn't get the name when I needed it.
This Manhasset alumnus and former New York Lizards co-owner was the first Tewaaraton Legend winner and inspired a stick-handling rule change.
What?
This namesake of the PLL's MVP award was a two-time All-American for Syracuse. For 10 points, what lacrosse legend was a Hall of Fame Cleveland running back?
Oh, okay. This is Jim Brown. Jim Brown, very good in all sorts of sports, including lacrosse. Kudos to whoever got that one early by realizing the only lacrosse player they really could be talking about would be Jim Brown. I think we got to be on baseball on this one.
In 2021, a pitcher for this team had a no-hitter in which the only base runner reached on a dropped third strike. This team had an MLB Best 31-game improvement between 2021 and 2022, despite an injury to John Means. Yanier Cano and Adley Rutschman play.
Adley Rutschman, famous Oriole. Well, we didn't do good at sports this week, but we did end up with one of the funnier scores possible. And that's all I'm going to say about it. But how about that pop culture result? That was a good one. If you enjoyed this video, you can help me out, help the channel, help Thinking Game Trivia by hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel, and watching more videos. They're all like this with varying levels of success at the questions. Probably less success at the questions in other videos, because this is, at least in pop culture, one of my best. If you like Buzzword, you can head over to naqt.com/buzzword to see what offerings they have in place for you and me and everybody in the trivia community. That's going to be it for me in this week 41 of 2022 Buzzword. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.